Welcome to this edition of Outside the Oval. I'm Mark Tassler. Boy, we had some big racing at Huset Speedway Sunday night. It was a thriller. Different kind of a night. Almost too much action. We had a sprint car take a tumble right at the start of the night before the competition even got underway, just with the warm-ups and hot laps. We had a sprint car tumble on the front straightaway and a lot of damage to the car. Driver walked away, actually hit the outside wall on the front straightaway and damaged the gate where people can go down. And interesting enough, it was Hall of Fame night, and a very exciting night every year. Once a year the Hall of Fame ceremony takes place where new members are inducted into the Huset Speedway Hall of Fame. The track has so much history, as does all the tracks across the country. Huset Speedway, I think, has some very special history there. And that history comes out every year when they induct new members into the Hall of Fame. They look back on people that, well, for example, one guy has been gone for over 50 years, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame last night, and that's Robin Dump. Let's talk about the 5 members that were inducted, and of course the families come down the Hall of Fame committee and everything. Typically the induction ceremony takes place on the front straightaway, but because that gate that opens up where the people can walk down was damaged when that sprint car hit it, couldn't do it, so they had to do the ceremony down on the main walkway by the flag stand. But Hall of Fame members after last night: Howard Bartman was inducted, Robin Dump, who died in a plane crash back in 1963 traveling to the Daytona 500 over 50 years after his death. He's inducted. Howard Bartman, by the way, still racing. Grandpa Howard, at 71 years young, with all those grandkids and great-grandkids cheering him on. Kevin Kiergaard, videographer, who has been covering the racing since he was a high school kid at 16. Kevin, well, about my age now. He's been at it a while. Let's leave it at that. Ben Norduff, with the Bargain Barn Tire Center and all the cars that he's sponsored over the years and put together. And Gary Zitterich, one of the greats to take the track, 2-time track champion out there at Huset Speedway. All 5 people were inducted into the Hall of Fame. That added to the excitement. That was in the showcase. We had a sprint car take a tumble during the main event that ended up catching on fire. Driver was extinguished as well by the safety crew. That was Dusty Ballinger. He was uninjured, but a scare there. We had a stock car tip over in turns 1 and 2. Ballinger's crash, by the way, was in 3 and 4. Other end of the track, we had a stock car tip over. Fuel leaked out on the track. The best way to get it off, light it on fire. The safety crew did that, so we had a fire burning over there during that time. A lot of action. Outlaw Sprint main event 25-lapper. Terry McCarl from Altoona, Iowa, in the number 6 car. Classic battle going back and forth with number 13, Mark Dobmeyer. Had the fans on the edge of their seat right up to the finish. McCarl takes the win, his first of the year at Husets in the Outlaw Sprints. He got a 360 sprint win earlier in the year, and that marked his 97th career win for the 7-time champion at Huset Speedway. Now, as we go on, that was in the Outlaw Sprints. As we move to the Championship Sprints, the 360 division, Eric Lutz with the number 5 car out of Sioux Falls passed Jordan Nordstrom for the lead on the high groove on lap number 8. Nordstrom had led the first 7 laps. Once Eric Lutz got around him, he was flat out gone. Matter of fact, by the finish of the 18-lapper, he led by a whole half track over second place finisher, defending champion Matt Jewell. Stock cars, Gary Brown Jr. of Brandon, 7-time champion, got his 64th career win and his 6th on the season with the number 22 car. The most dramatic finish was in the B Mods, and it was a surprise winner, Ryan Walker in the 06W from Canarantzi, Minnesota. He went high on the track, and he passed number 70, former champion Nick Van Bell, for the win right at the finish line. And that marked his 2nd time winning at Husets. The only other win came back in the 2008 season, but Ryan Walker getting a win there right at the finish. And in the hobby stocks, the guy that passed the most cars, we saw it in that class, was Zach Olivier, coming from 15th starting position. Drove all the way to the front, took the win, his 3rd of the year, the defending champion out of Sioux Falls. And that's the highlights, your class winners from Huset Speedway Sunday night for Outside the Oval. I'm Mark Tassler.